so sorry. I have been on hiatus. So Kim, and I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, kicks up and thumb. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. I'm gonna start prepping the desserts. These are literally my grandma's recipe. See it? And the fact that she got to 3rd grade and had such beautiful handwriting, my nonna is the real MVP, and it's been passed on in my family, and I was gatekeeping it for a while because it was a family secret. And in my opinion, we have the best rainbow cookies. 7 cookies, tricolore, whatever you want to fucking call them. I'm gonna practice with something, okay? These aren't the healthiest cookie. Let's be fucking for real. BFFR. There's like 2 cups of sugar, and there's an entire container of Crisco. There's a lot of shortening. Why deny yourself a sweet treat? You'll be alright. So, without further ado, let's make some 7 cookies, some rainbow cookies. You need oven to 350. And then you need 8 eggs. So, I'm gonna do mine separate and then hope for the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set. We're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. And to be honest, you can leave a little bit out. It's okay. You could put 1.5, you could put what you want. I'm putting the 2 cups because that's what my grandma says, and I listen to my grandma. But my Aunt Antoinette said, if you don't want it that sweet, take some out. 1 cup, 2 cups of sugar. I wrote down 3 tablespoons in the recipe. You put as much as you want. I love almond extract. Sometimes I'm a little bit more generous, you know? This is a 1.5 tablespoon. I'm gonna put 2 of these. But if a little bit extra gets in there, so be it. If I could buy that smell. That is the smell of gods. I'm gonna beat it good. The sugar needs to like dissolve. Good old-fashioned, disgusting for you, but delicious for me shortening. This whole thing. You're going to gradually add it in. You're gonna think that it's not well mixed because there's pieces of Crisco that you're gonna see in your batter, and that's fine. I'll just give you little pockets of juice, I feel like, in the cookie. It comes out fine. Like, just trust the process, okay? All done. 2 cups of flour. All right, let's clean up our sides. After mixing it really well, your batter will look like that, just smooth. But now we do the coloring part. This is where I said the scale comes in. You also need to use 3 of the same bowls. Weigh out your hair at this point. Okay, so that's your empty, and I'm gonna do 1 scoop at a time into each thing. We're just gonna see how much the weight is now. That's all right, it's close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Take some batter, I put it in the corner. Take a sheet, it holds beautifully. You can do whatever colors you want. I personally like gel food coloring just because they're a little bit more pigmented. Dealer's choice. The ones I use, these, you could also use these, it doesn't matter. I put 5 drops. 5 more drops. And you just wanna make sure that all the food coloring is incorporated and you don't see any more of that white cake batter. Making sure you fold it in. Spread this as even as we can. Corner to corner. All right, so that's done. Let's put that to the side. We did 10 drops before. I did a little circle. And just fold it in. So like for Halloween, you could do them purple, white, and orange. For Easter, you could do like a baby green and a pink. I did it for my nephew's first birthday, was dinosaur themed. I did them like turquoise blue and like this lime green color. That was cool. And then spread it. They don't come out perfect. They're rustic. It's fine. Just scrape it out and spread it out. Same way for the other 2. You can put all 3 in the oven and set a timer for 30 minutes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Perfection. Now you gotta wait for these to cool. Let these cool off, and we'll see them later. But damn, they smell good. These are definitely cooled off now. We just put the jelly on them and then put weight on them so that this way they kind of act like glue to connect the layers. So you can use whatever jelly you like. I mix 2. This is what my grandma did, so that's what I do. I use apricot jam and red raspberry jam, and there's no seeds in there. And like that much. And you mush it in. We're gonna flip. press it down onto the next layer, the raspberry. Here, take your green layer, put it out the top. Mix that down and paper back, place it on top, and now you have to weigh it down. So you can do this overnight or a few hours. All my cast iron stuff. And then we'll come back and check on it in a few hours. Or tomorrow morning. We'll see what happens. I didn't get to finish them last night. I fell asleep, I was too tired. So I put them in the fridge with some cans of Coke sitting on top, and that should have kept them squished. So we're gonna continue today. The last part is the chocolate, then the cutting. Then I'll show you how to wrap them up and freeze them. Check them out. Cup and a half in here, and a little bit of a neutral oil, just to make it shiny. I'm gonna pop that in the microwave for, let's do 30-second intervals. Stir, and that's it. So just stir it up, trying to get all the clumps out. So pour it all on. You don't want it too thick at all. You want a nice thin layer, because then it's gonna be hard to cut if you put a thick layer. I like to put the excess chocolate on the sides because I eat the sides. That's what I'll try to make sure my cookie came out good. So now you have to let this harden. I keep my back door open all day long because my dog goes in and out. So I like to keep it on the edge of my counter where the cold air kind of breezes in and it goes a little bit faster. Then you're gonna flip it and do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna flip them and not more chocolate. Just be very careful, okay? While helping of the vegetable oil. Pour it on. Let it relax in the fridge if you want, just let it harden. So they've hardened and now you have to cut them. You need a really sharp knife. So I first cut off the edges and then I cut lengthwise, and then I'll show you how to freeze them and I'll show you how to serve them. Section. I'm gonna cut them in half first and then I'm gonna do the edges. Okay. Make clean cuts about an inch thick. And then from there, pull apart a log and you turn it on its side. You don't cut on the chocolate side, you cut it on its cookie side. And you just make little thin cuts. But here is the most perfect rainbow cookie. Not too much jelly. It holds together, it doesn't fall apart. It's not super thick with the chocolate. This is the ideal Seven Lego. The bakeries don't make them like my family. They're so moist, they're so almondy, without almond paste. Give the Jello family rainbow cookie a try. Nonna Pino worked hard on that. Bonus content. I freeze them, they were good for about 6 months. Take some saran wrap, mix the cookie in there, wrap it up nice and tight. One more time for good measure, nice and fresh. And they thaw out in like 20 minutes. Let them defrost for a few, maybe even 10 minutes. Cut them up and let them fully come to room temperature and they're perfect. So saran wrap first, foil. And then in a freezer safe. And that's it.